Hey guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Sorry, running a few minutes late there. The stream decided to do very, very weird things for a moment, and I'm still not sure the audio is working, which is odd. No, it seems like it is now. Never mind, everything's fine. Martin, Portia, M, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, big screen, sound on, have not fixed cam. Spinny thing can spin all day long, there's no one to see it. Buzzkill, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, sorry, Buzzkill, it started two streams for reasons that are frankly boring. Syrincho, welcome, welcome, welcome. So what happened last time, Em? We've largely finished our church, more or less. We've got a couple of touch-up things to do in there, but we've basically finished our church. Chibi is still temporarily dead. In the big picture, she's dead. But in the larger picture, we're just kind of killing time waiting for something to happen. What we do need to do is put together team go get some food, because we've got no food, basically. I will give you the whole explanation, Em. Basically, church, Dee Dee's still dead in the big picture sense. Did anyone die? No, apart from Chibi, who's still dead. Everyone's going to have a break risk, by the way. Lon's just going to crack up any second now. You're very, very hungry. You've been insulted numerous times. Chibi is in the freezer, and the church ain't no good. Okay, so apart from that, everyone's absolutely fine. Crisis of belief. Yeah, Beal, you should, not believe in your stuff. Oh, you're not super into our stuff now, either. Who's in charge of that sort of nonsense? Sash, do you do that sort of thing? Convert, reassure. Yeah, reassure, that's what I want. So when 14 hours go by, we will reassure Buell that eating people is a choice thing to do. And the choice is people eating. Hang on, coffee in my face. So Buell's having a little crisis of belief, saying, really, do I really want to eat people? Is that really what I want to do? I know I said I wanted to eat people, but now I'm not 100% on that. I might not want to eat people. So we need to reconvince Buell that eating people is wicked cool. Also ripping off your arms and all sorts of things. Manhunter pack. Okay, they're manhunting squirrels. I don't think we need to get too fussed about that, though we will temporarily put people in the runaway zone. I just checked my runaway zone. Yeah, I really did extend that quite a bit, didn't I? Okay, where are they? I think this is going to be broadly fine. I don't think this is anything we need to get very fussed about. Although there are, I will say, an alarming number of squirrels. I mean, in terms of quantity of squirrels, we've got quite a few. Team Crumpy, do you shoot things? No, you're making drugs right now. Yeah, you should keep doing that. Team, come down here. There are, again, an alarming quantity of squirrels. Far more than I would traditionally like to see for squirrels. And we have a lot of squirrels in our neighborhood. I've just found some of them digging my bulbs up, which is most unfortunate. So after this team here does team get rid of the squirrels, which is their current team designation, then they've got to go on team go get some lunch, because what we've got right now is no good. Okay, can we shoot any of the squirrels, please? Just shoot all of the squirrels. Need to go away. Oh, come on, don't even let them hit you. Okay, that's fine. Everything's fine now. So everyone can go back into unrestricted. That's a lot of squirrel meat, to be sure. It's not particularly human-esque, so we're going to have to go on a little bit of a journey, even though Marjo and Zash are going to have a breakdown at any moment. There's a farming work site here. There's berry farmers. Berry farmers. Doesn't that sound delightful? Just a couple of folks out picking berries all day. We're going to go by and murder them. Skin them, butcher them, eat them, etc., etc. Actually, we'll probably bang out both of these, frankly. Yeah, we're going to go over here. So, Donkey 1 and Donkey 2 are obviously coming. And then Marjo, team go get some lunch. Marjo, Zash, and Riggs are going to come on this little jaunt with us. So, hay, simple meals, that's fine. Don't bring the good stuff. Bring the not so good stuff. Bring the packaged survival meals. 49 should be plenty, more than enough. Frankly, more than enough. Send that out. Yeah, I know most of the food in the caravan. They'll become unhappy. They're always unhappy. Let's be honest here. They're always unhappy. Yes, they are organic, Portia. They're organic people. And that's just really good for you, more than anything. That's just good for you. If you're going to eat organic. Even if it's cannibalism, eat organic. You don't want any preservatives in those people. You don't want people who eat, like, M&Ms all day. And because they're just full of preservatives. Am I right? I'm right. Hang on, coffee. There we go. So we're going to go hit up the berry site. And then after that, we're going to swing right and take out what I believe is a farming work site or something like that. The bot is down doing the traps, which is good. That'll keep the bot busy for a while. And then we just got a couple of things to put in here. Are we perhaps out of wood? We are. We have one piece of wood left. A solitary piece of wood. No wonder we're not getting things done in the church. Somebody cut down all those trees. Trees are for suckers. Trees are for suckers. Okay, the team's off. Good. Team, go get some lunch is off. Yeah, you don't want, Buzzkill's right, you don't want people full of GMOs. I was talking to someone about GMOs the other day, and we're talking about, like, I think pets, and we're like, well, a pet is a GMO. It's a genetically modified organism, because that pet was specifically bred to be your pet over the course of, centuries or 50 years or 100 years or whatever. Most everything is, I'm a GMO. I was a genetically modified organism, basically. I wish I was more than that. I'm going for bionics, but it just never seems to work out. I always wondered why too much candy used to make me sick, and it took me 30 years to find out why. Are you allergic to candy? If so, that's the worst thing I've heard in my life. Ever. In the history of everything. I know there's a colonist left unburied. She's in the freezer with the squirrels. It's fine. Also, we have, like, no meat. So this better work out with the whole killing things, people, eating them and whatnot. Grumpy's making an inordinate amount of narcotics. This is just great. Lon, what did you just do? Did you just take drugs? I mean, that's good if you did. Yeah, you're totally high on Psych IT. Okay, well, good job. I mean, Lon, that's great. I want you to take drugs. It's part of our religion, frankly. Part of our religion. And then when we get the trees down, then we can finish off the church and people will be... Well, they're already less sad about the whole, we've disrespected the thing here. They seem to have learned to cope with everything that's going on here. So whatever we did in the church, it's fine. Oh, we're going to swing right over here. Wow, we've already made a ton of narcotics. This is great. We're doing great work with narcotics. We really are. We are just, in terms of an efficient drug lab, we're doing fantastic work. That's going to be worth so much money. Oh, hang on. Oh, Zash is out, right? Yeah, Zash is out. When Zash gets back, I've got to have him reassure Buell that eating people is a really, really cool thing to do. Spike Little Girl, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hang on, coffee. There we go. Okay, yeah, we'll reassure Buell that cannibalism is wicked, wicked awesome. And then I want to do something with this. Ideally carve out another bedroom. We've got the bedroom down here for Buell, which is missing a bit of carpet, but we'll learn to cope with that. Girl with squirrels playing in a freezer. Don't forget Martin, one-legged dead girl playing, and hardcore drug addict. This kid loved the drugs. Just absolutely loved them. Like, the day we said you can take drugs, she went in and took one of everything and immediately fell over. Justifiably so. She should have fallen over. She took way too many drugs. Way too many drugs. And I see we're getting back up on stone blocks, too, which is great. Where's the team? Are we... Oh, hang on. Bulk, good. Whoa. Okay. Everything's happening all at once here. Okay, so jump to here and deal with this nonsense. Okay, oh, they've got horses, too. We might want to... Could kill a couple of those while we're in the neighborhood. Where's the team? Okay. Team, come do some murders over here. Call 8. What can you actually do? You can actually get in a trooper squad and an aerodrome squad. Which, if any of them die, that's fine. So let's just go ahead and kill this guy. And also burden him, too, so he doesn't get too close. There we go. And then just lots of shooting. Okay, one's down. Cool. Now remember, Dave, butcher them. In fact, you know what? Just put down the butcher spot right now. Just put it down right now, because you know you're going to want to butcher them. It's so much more efficient. It's so much more efficient than bringing home a whole corpse. You just bring home the bits you want to eat. I don't know why I didn't think of that. It's because I'm such a genius. It's because I'm in the realms of geniusosity, #geniusosity, that I don't think of these things. There we go. Lunch is done. Let's butcher. any creature that's actually a human. So any human-like corpses, go ahead and take care of those. And if somebody could get on that, like, right away, of you three, which one of you three is better at cooking? Definitely not Marjo. Zash, you can handle that. Could you... No, Zash, undraft yourself. Could you please prioritize butchering? Oh, and by the way, do it twice, because that's how many humans we're taking home. Lick the Stream tastes like bits of people. It is economical. It's very, very economical. You're just taking the bits that you want. I suppose, actually, while I'm here, I might just see if there's anything worth getting in here. I doubt it. It's going to be berries. I know what it's going to be. It's going to be a ton of berries. Oh, they built a little bridge. That's kind of fun for them. Yeah, it's berries. I kind of called that one. And then go over here, Marjo. No, Marjo. Go over here. I don't think there's going to be anything good here. Zash has got this one pretty much taken care of. Yeah, it's not a lot of meat on these guys. They must have been very thin. See, that's where the organic thing falls down. These guys are wicked thin. Very, very thin. Yeah, there's nothing in here. This is not even worth doing. So, Marjo, you can be off draft. Let's go to caravan number 2. So, reform caravan and go over here. Accept that. Now, we want to take the meat, basically. Is that in travel supplies? Wait, there's another human here? Where? Hang on. I'm missing somebody. Cancel everything. Where is this other person of which you say there is a person? Because we've definitely butchered 2. What other human do you have? Okay, could we search for maybe corpse? So corpse. No. Huh. Do that again, Dave. So, reform the caravan. Over there. Accept that. Items. Who is Ninjak the Handyman? Well, whoever... Oh, I think he's desiccated. Yeah, he looks skeletal. Probably no meat on that. Okay, well, obviously take all of the human meat. That goes without saying. And what else you got? Some pemmican? Sure, we'll take it. There's no reason not to. I think we can live without the berries. I know we need a girl donkey. We're working on it. You know I'm just going to end up eating donkeys then. So send that along. Off you go, kids. Now, let's deal with the bulk goods trader. So who's here that can speak at all? Nope, absolutely not. Kind of, and not so much. Okay, go deal with these guys. We've got a lot of drugs we can sell, so that's going to work out real good for us. So what have you got? Oh, if you had a Resurrector Mech Serum, I would marry you. Okay, they don't. Probably not. I can sell a ton of drugs. I've got 100 flake I can get out of here. And I've still got other drugs. It's not like I'm running out of drugs. So go ahead and just sell them all of that. That's $9.74 right there. What have you got for, say, books? I like books. Breakthrough in improve. Okay, so IED's up. Mugger's Rapier is just recreation. That's cool. And then a bunch of clothes that I don't really need. I could sell them that jade sculpture, but I kind of want to hang on to that. I might put that in the throne room. So really, you guys don't have a heck of a lot, but you do have a lot of money. I'll take some neutroamine. I've got 25 of it right now. I don't know, I'll take like 10 just for taking something rather than nothing. I don't have any human meat, do you? I would love some human meat. Not really. I might buy the panther meat or anything, really. It's all the same price. Because we are a little frighteningly low on just basic food right now. You know what? We've got stuff we can hunt. That's fine. Just sell them a lot of drugs for money. Nearly a Pink Floyd track. I was thinking it sounded more like The Who. But yeah, Pink Floyd too. I was thinking that was a little more of a Roger Daltrey kind of thing. I'm thinking like Happy Jack, Ninjak. You see where I was going with that. Now, is the team off? Yeah, the team is off. Excellent. So we'll wait for them to do lunch trip number 2. And then we'll have some more food coming back. Don't worry, Buell. We are going to totally convince you to embrace cannibalism hardcore. You don't even sweat that, kid. You'll be eating people like nobody's business anytime in the near future. I promise. I think it's the shaman trader. I think I think that's what I'm looking for. I don't think it's the exotic goods with the Resurrector mech serum. I think it might be the Shaman Trader. I'm never sure. When Zash gets back, we might see if we can call the Royals. They're usually good for one of those. Although, where are we actually at with them in terms of rep? So, who are the Royals again? Yeah, the Broken Imperium. Yeah, see, we're still neutral. They don't actually even like us that much. They're totally neutral, even though Zash is like a knight or something at this point. They're completely neutral to us. I mean, they like buying our drugs, but then who doesn't? We make great drugs. Okay, where's the team? Moving along. Good, excellent. I just want to get the lunch thing taken care of. And then again, start to work with this. Could I get some sort of like bedroom in here? Do I think I've got the room for that? Not really. That'd be like 1, 2. Yeah, that's only going to be 2 tiles. This is kind of just wasted space, isn't it? How about if we did that? Yeah, bring that down to there. And actually one more. Bring that to there. And then I can just kind of open up the production room here. I should also put some doors on these things at some point. Smooth this out. And begin to smooth this out when you get a chance. Nobody's going to be able to do that for a while. Nobody's going to care. Really, they're concerned with we don't have enough human flesh around here. And I hear that. I hear that. Marja's going to have a breakdown. Possible because her daughter still hasn't been buried yet. Marja, we're not burying her. We're holding her. This is a stage of Chibi's life. Nobody is leaving until we find out what happens to Chibi. Okay? She may have been dead for almost a game year now, but she's the star of the show. And we're not leaving until all of us have discovered what happens to Chibi. Any murders to be done yet? Almost. Almost ready to do some more murders. Yay! Okay, we're kind of out of drug stuff. Nothing much we can do with that. Nobody's really working on cutting trees. How can we more upset the neighbors? Yeah, that's a great question. I think that killing them and eating them is working out great, Buzzkill. I'm going to tell you, there's fewer, easier ways to annoy your neighbors. Is Chibi still fresh? Thankfully, somebody's asking the important questions around here. Yes, fresh frozen Chibi. Yep, still only missing 14% of her body, and that's the leg. Because she is indeed missing a leg. So that's got to be what the 14% is. She still technically has injuries at this point. Hang on, I've got things to do. Okay, yeah, go over here and zoom in on this. All right, where are you morons? One day that's going to come back and bite me, and these guys are going to be like, yeah, now we're going to kill you. All right, these guys are slightly better armed in that they have a bow. So they haven't actually quite figured out where... Wait. Are there people in here? Contains unknown. Oh, there's a cage. There's 2 cages. Oh, it's a smorgasbord. It's the grocery store of cannibals. Oh, this is perfect. Everything is perfect right now. We're going to come home with so much meat. Hey, don't run away. Don't. That's rude. Now we got to go get them. Well, hang on. There's a turret there. Is there power there? You have power for that? How are you? What is that? Oh, it's an ancient security turret. That's not a working turret. These guys are being fussy and running away. That is no good. Oh, no, they're back. Okay. We'll pop up here then. And we'll take out the first one. No, they're being extraordinarily fussy about not coming here and being shot in the face. It's no good. There we go. That's more like it. Just shoot him in the face. Like more, though. Like more than what you're doing right now. There we go. One's down. In need of rescue, we're probably not going to do that. I don't think we'll be rescuing you, is all I'm saying. Hey, you're running away. Okay, you know what? Let one go. You've got 2 cages. So, perfect. Let's claim... No, well, open that. And then, Riggs, could you go do that right now, please? Open that. Marjo, you, open that. Put down a butcher's spot real quick. And then Zash... I think Salzrat, are you already dead? You're downed. Not for long. Zash, this is a mercy killing. I want to say this is a mercy killing. because we're not healing this person. So if you could actually attack that person right there, that'd be, there we go. Okay, problem has been solved. Now, let's build butcher creature forever, but only humans, please. Only humans. Okay, Zash, off you go. Oh, you're still drafted. Zash, oh, you're already in it. Yeah, oh, Zash can't wait to start butchering. Cannot wait to start, but there's a perfectly good human right there. Well, technically it's a, wow. That's, we're all seeing that, right? We're all seeing that. Emmy here had a rich life prior to being put in a cage. She may have been put in a cage for an entirely different reason. Who knew? But, yeah, apparently, well, Emmy had a life that we were unaware of. Okay. Well, this is 3 more groups of people. Well, 3 people, rather. That we can take home. And now, Zash, if you could actually wake up and keep doing that. I know you're very, very, very sleepy, but we need to kind of get this work done. Marjo, where are you going? Oh, you're gonna grab something to eat. That's fair. That's fair. Except not, because I don't want you to do that. So could you please, Marjo, go stand over there, and we'll find out what's in here. It's not going to be anything good. I mean, realistically, it's just not going to be anything good. But we'll give it a shot. So go in, and what did these guys have? Yeah, more berries. Woot. Go see what's in this one, just for having the conversation about things. And Zash is almost done with the second one, and then almost done with the third one. What is that, some pemmican? I guess we could take that. It's food. If we completely run out of humans, at least we've got something to eat. And then those are just beds. Okay, what is that? Oh, it's a synthread bedroll. Could I bring home some synthread? Can we do that? How much would be in there? Riggs, get up and deconstruct this. I might have work for you, sir. Deconstruct, if I can bring home some synthread, that'd be okay. I'd be fine with that. And more meat. Perfect. Let me just have these guys... Where are you going, Zash? Oh, you're going to have some pemmican. Yeah, there's a little bit of synthread in here. I may as well take it home. May as well. Okay, good. Everything is done there. So, reform the caravan to go home. All right, accept that. All right, what do we got? Human leather, definitely taking that home. That could be a human leather beret right there. Right there. Everything else, not so much. Not so much, really. And then travel supplies, obviously, the pemmican, and, of course, the human meat. 193 plus 95. Fantastic. Send that along, please. Oh, this is going to be a good feast when we get home. Hang on, coffee in my face. Yeah, I would read Emmy's book less, provided it wasn't too depressing. I don't know how it could not be depressing, unless it was a voluntary thing. In which case, it might be a very, very interesting book. Hang on, coffee. Speaking of which, I might have a follow-up to, what was it, Love Hotel Simulator or Love House Simulator? There's a bit of a follow-up to that. I'm not sure I can get this one to fly on the channel. This one is, well, it's a step up from Love Hotel or whatever it is, but I saw the demo for it, and I'm like, I gotta try this. That's awesome. Okay. Low medicine. Are you sure about that? No, okay, you are sure. Yeah, no, you're right. We don't actually have a lot of medicine, do we? Do I have everything I need to make... I don't have any cloth, do I? No. Not a bit of cloth. That is going to be a bit of a hold-up in the whole having medicine thing. The Love Hotel one was something. It was something. Well, there's kind of a next step where you're opening a store that might cater to that sort of person. I'm not sure I can get it to fly on the channel. It's I'm not sure I can dance around the language that much. I'm going to give it a shot, though. I'm going to fire it up at least and hit record and see what comes out of my mouth. I'll be just as surprised as you are, frankly. Buell, how's your confidence in our like being a cannibal thing? Yeah, it's not so great. It's not so great. I would like for you to be enjoying eating people more than what you are right now. Also, we do need to hunt some food. We can't have like no food. I know they don't want to eat alpaca, but alpaca is food. So if we've got to, we're going to do that. Okay, next step, again, finishing off the whole church thing. Buell, how are you on plants? Because we should be converting you very soon. Yeah, 4.5. How are you on plants? I mean, you can technically perform the task in the strictest legal sense of the term. So that's pretty cool. Hang on. Wolf's bugs. No. No. I mean, Wall's great, but no. No, that's how we went out the last time. Nope. Just a high wool might be fantastic, but no. Hard no on that. A little too early to be dealing with hives. Later, better armed, more of us, sure. But right now, no. Yegor, what is your deal? What's your problem? Oh, it's Buell. What's your problem? Oh, nobody's feeding you. Yeah, that's a problem. Can we feed him, please? I don't care if it's a disliked food. Just feed him anyway. Just yeah, Buzzkill's got it. It's basically grown-up Toys R Us. Very, very grown-up Toys R Us. Like adults only. Like you're carded at the door. Toys R Us. Alright, more coffee. Oh, Les, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad you're continuing to enjoy this nonsense. I'm glad that you were so excited about the concept of me doing... I can't remember what it's called. Love Shop Simulator? Hang on, I just gotta check it out. Yeah, Love Shop Simulator. You're so excited about that your excitement has been expressed financially. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna give it a whirl. I don't know if it'll ever get on the channel, but I'm gonna give it a try as best I can. I mean, it's any other simulator game. It's Supermarket Simulator, the exact same thing. Fill shelves. It's just kind of what you're filling the shelf with that is going to be a little tricky to slide past the sensors. I'm obviously going to have to unmonetize that one. Right. What are we up to now? Grumpy's doing more stone blocks. I don't need a ton right now. So I'm gonna suspend this for the moment. Just have Grumpy do literally anything else. Grumpy, don't you love mining? Isn't that like your thing? Oh yeah, he's right into it. Yeah, he loves mining. Absolutely loves mining. Adult toys come from a place called Lion's Den. Oh, hang on. Oh, the caravan's here. Okay, that's fine. Everything's fine. The caravan's here with a whole lot of human meat on the caravan. Oh, actually, that's what I could use those stone blocks for, is the bedroom. Yeah, Riggs is having a bit of an issue with the bedroom thing. Because it's not a very good bedroom. I could put together something better. Eventually. I'm going to need more gold, though, because I'll need a royal bed. Of which that is not one of them. That's going to be a problem. So I could dig out here and do a nice big bedroom in here. Oh, also, we never actually smoothed those walls over there. Let's get that done. Get those in there. It's an okay church. I've had worse churches in my life. And have we dumped off the human meat? Yeah, let's get this. Let's get things done here. So, yeah, human meat. Drop that. I don't actually care if you drop the rest of those right now. We'll get to those when we get to those. But Yegor, oh, you are unloading Diana right now. Could you actually just take the meat first, and then you can do like everything else? Oh, we've already put a lot of it over here too. Fantastic. If somebody wanted to get on that and start cooking, that'd be super awesome good of you. And then, Yegor, you can just keep doing whatever it is you're doing here. Yegor, why do you have a backpack? What do you have on your... Oh, you got a smoke pop pack. That's largely useless to you. But that's fine. We probably got that as a reward. If it makes you feel better, you can have it. It won't. Oh, by the way, Zash, could you please go reassure Buell, please? Reassure him that cannibalism is so cool. There we go. We're back up to 26%. Oh, good. Well, it'll hold Buell tight for at least a little while. So what can I deal with? I can't deal with colonists unburied. That's just not going to change. Machine formed... Oh, we're back to disrespected here. What is the problem? Yeah, I would like to click to jump... Oh, we need the columns. Okay. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. Grumpy, stop trying to convert... Oh, no, wait. Grumpy, we should convert Yegor. No, we do want to convert Yegor. Sorry. Sorry, Grumpy. Keep doing what you're doing there, kid. And then we actually might begin... Why can't we do a conversion ritual here? Oh, because it's on cooldown. But after that, we could. Excellent. We've got the donkey. Where's the other donkey? Where is our other donkey? We seem to have a single donkey, a solitary donkey. Which donkey do we have? Okay, we have Diana. Where's donkey number 2? That's our favorite. Where is donkey number 2? Where are you? Wait, you're saying you're right there. No, you're saying you're up here. Where? Why is the donkey out here? Can we go get the donkey, please? Not assigned to handling. Okay. Yegor, you love doing things. Go rope a donkey. It can't be possibly that hard. It cannot be possibly that hard. Just go rope. Just throw a rope around a donkey and call it a day. Also, could we please get some trees cut here? Marjo, what you're researching. Can you cut? No, you're not assigned to plant cutting. You will be. You will be momentarily. How about you're doing plant cutting number 1, Marjo? Okay, and then Grumpy, could you do... no, not that. Could you do plant cutting number... You know what, I'll just leave it to Grumpy. Grumpy's good about these things. So we'll get the plants cut down. That means we can get the columns done, which means everyone's going to love the church, etc., etc., etc. Hang on, more coffee in my face. There we go. Everyone loves donkey number 2, Buzzkill. It's my favorite donkey. And I mean my favorite donkey of all time. And I've had many favorite donkeys, as indeed we all have. What did we feed Buell? Human meat. Excellent. Good. Well, he'll love that. He's a cannibal now. He's not 100% on it, but he's basically a cannibal. He's like a quarter cannibal. Oh, more human meat food coming in. Yeah, we basically already used it up. That'll keep us going for a little bit, but it ain't going to keep us going forever. Are we cutting trees down? Yes, thank you. We're cutting trees down. So we can actually get something done in the church. Where would be the next lunch? So I could go over here. There's a farming work site. Ooh, there's 3 people there and a lot of potatoes. I'm just going to go kill 3 potato farmers and then eat them. 2 people at a logging work site. Farming. Okay. There's lunch in the vicinity. There's definitely lunch in the vicinity. Yegor can do the unnatural healing gig, which is cool. Does anyone need to be unnaturally healed? We've kind of taken care of all of Buell's problems. Buell was a hot mess, and we fixed him right up. Oh no, we've already checked. Yegor can't do unnatural healing on Yegor. He can't self-heal himself. So, no, because he's blind. Well, I mean, it's not because he's blind, but I would like him to not be blind. I think it would cheer him up. I think like you're blind, and you're like, oh my god, I can see things. I think that would make you a little more cheery, I feel. We're getting more trees down, because I need a lot of wood. A lot of wood to make all those columns. What are you carrying on you, donkey number 2? Stuff. Stuff I don't desperately need right now. That's okay, you can keep that. You can keep that. There's 1 column going up. Okay, we're getting there. How many columns do you need? 4. Just desperate for those columns, huh? And then the small altar we need. Okay, and then I'm gonna throw Yegor on a conversion ritual, just for having fun with it more than anything. Let's see. So Buell, how's the prisoner thing going? 3.7. 3.7. Oh, Buell, I really kind of need an extra body around here. It was just that's all I want. Just an extra body. I was doing we're all talking about things we've seen in the adult toy industry. I was doing a job once back in my contracting days. Now, you guys think I look at these games and I'm oblivious. That's like me. When I'm focused on something, and in this case doing these videos, I'm focused on talking. I'm focused on trying to make you guys laugh and crack a joke and interact and all that sort of stuff. Back in my contracting days, I'd be very focused on my job. So I would, tune into the job, and my business partner at the time, I was talking to the customer and he was sort of off to the side, and later we got in the truck, he's like, what about that, huh? I'm like, what about what? He's like, you didn't see that? I didn't see what? Apparently right next to me was a giant cardboard box full of adult novelty items that I was sitting right next to and I had no idea. Hang on, there's an issue. Yeah, okay, where is Riggs? Riggs, where are you? Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. There's no way you're going to be able to get past. Why are you down here? What were you doing down here? Okay, this is going to be a little squirrely, and by a little squirrely, I actually mean a little wolfy. No, everybody slow down. Slow down. Okay, so burden the thing, and then yeah, shoot it. You want to shoot it? There we go. So shoot it, and then burden it again. Okay, kind of. Keep shooting it. Don't not shoot it. Teleport the target to a random position near where it started. Can I do that? Give that a shot. Oh, that was easy. Okay, well, no, keep shooting it. Keep firing at the Timberwolf. Don't stop. Yeah, Timberwolf Revenge. I'm not surprised. We've shot it a bunch of times. And then, could you... Blinding. Okay, blind the thing, too. Do everything to this thing. Okay, it's blind. It's burdened. I just teleported it about 25 feet away. Keep shooting. Okay, the shooting is working out okay. There we go. All right, that problem has been solved. Good job, Riggs. Getting all your superpowers out there. In fact, Riggs, why don't you just haul that thing home? Yeah, haul that. I don't know what you were doing prior to this, but whatever it was stupid. Okay? Is there a way to incorporate human leather? I believe we did. Oh, no, we did that in the throne room. These are human leather drapes. Yeah, we can totally bang some of these out. We must have... Yeah, I've got so much human leather. How about a copy... Oh, I can't quite get them in there with the image thing. I could put some behind the pews. They don't center well, though. I can't do that. No, that's silly. I could put it here like a magic thing, like a magic show. Like, ta-da! It could be like a puppet show or something. We had a customer who wanted to buy, instead of coming up to the checkout, shouting, asking me where they were. I like those kind of people. Like, hey, here's what I want. Sell it to me. Those people are way more fun. Okay, we're only down to low medicine and undignified bedroom at the moment. So I guess I kind of do need the stone blocks to keep going, because I'm going to need to do a nicer floor for the bedroom. I could probably do pretty well with what I've got right now. How many stone... Yeah, I just don't have enough stone blocks right now. And then I don't know where I'm going to pull the gold. I've got 38 gold now, and I think a royal bed is 50, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's 50. Okay, so I need to resurrect a dead one-legged 13-year-old girl, and I need some more gold. That's what I need. Preferably the Resurrector Mech Serum first. I would really like to see Chippy back at some point. And then when these guys have kind of chilled for a little bit and, you know, had a little R&R, I'd like to just get right back on the old murder trail. And go, you know, basically kill some more people. If Buell would want to come to our side before that, that would be fine. So how are you going to do here, Zash? You going to do okay? 3.1? Okay. Hey, Zash, while you're here, could you just clean this place? That might make him feel better if you cleaned up the prison. And it's really awful in here. You missed a bit. Okay, well, thank you. Thank you, Zash. What do you make? That's wolf meat, isn't it? That's alpaca meat. They're not going to be thrilled about that. But you know what? It is food. We are doing some crops, right? Yeah, a little bit of rice, a little bit of potatoes. I'm concerned I'm not designating enough space for food. Also, did we ever get anyone who can do heal root? I don't... Do we have any... That's skill 8. Do we have anyone who got to that yet? Yeah, we do. All right, great. So Riggs can get in on that. Riggs must have finally gained some skill in that, so we can finally do the heal root. Okay, that's going to be Buell's bedroom, because it's got the funky psychedelic carpet thing going on. I don't know why Buell wants that. Dee Dee is enjoying her human leather lizard throne at the right hand of the actual throne. This is perfect. Dee Dee's having the best game ever. Dee Dee's just great. Just going around being Dee Dee, being a lizard, probably eating some bugs every now and then. And the church is finally getting to where I want it to be. Do we have any other wood? We've got some targeted for destruction. That's good. Yegor's bringing some stuff in here. How are we doing on human leather berets? Do we have a lot of those queued up? I'm not seeing any. Okay, we have 5 out of 5 berets. Somewhere in here there's a whole bunch of human leather berets. This is excellent. All right, and Yegor, where are you going? Yegor? What are you doing? Oh, you're just hauling things. Okay, that's a sensible thing to be doing. I see what you're doing with that. Is there a reason that we can't get this altar done at all? I'd love for the altar. I'd like the church just to be complete at some point. Zash? Oh, you're hunting an alpaca. That's fun. I'm glad you're having a good time with that. Hunt another one while you're out there. I mean, don't let me stop you from killing the local wildlife. We've got plenty of hay, plenty of food for the donkeys. This is all looking fairly good. We have some meals left. All right. Is there a way? What are we researching, by the way? Oh, microelectronics. Okay, good. Then I can get the space phone going. That would be really choice if we get the space phone going. How's the drugs going? Only 40%. But it is not even summer yet, so we have plenty of time. Plenty of time to get that to come in. And then, what's my next move here? I want to block this area off once we've got these bits carved out. Grumpy, could you just briefly go back on number 1 mining, please? Do both of them, plant cutting and mining. When you run out of one, do the other one. It's just that simple, Grumpy. It's not a hard task. Cut down a tree and bust a rock open. More alpacas coming in. It's not what they want to eat, but it's what they're going to have to eat right now until we get Team Murder out on the road again. Speaking of which, let me plan a quick route here. So, oh boy, these things are pretty far apart, aren't they? What is that again? That's the logging work site. Okay, we could hit both of these. There's 3 people there. 3 people and a bunch of rice. We could go here to here and then quickly come back home. That's probably an excellent plan in terms of efficiency of murder. In fact, I should probably just get that going now. I don't want to take Zash away for too long because he's really the only one working on Buell. And Buell is now at 2.5. Oh, I'm reluctant to do it, but I might just have everyone hang out until Buell is converted, because if nothing else, it will be an extra pair of hands around the place, which is exactly what I need. Where are we at with the cotton? Some of it might be coming in soon. Yeah, 70% grown and 72% grown. Sure, we'll get that fairly soon. And then I can finally finish off that carpet down there. And Grumpy, what are you up to? Grumpy, you basically do everything around here. You just kind of do the whole shenanigans around here. Except this. Nobody seems to want to do this. Riggs, could you work on this? Cannot work on it. Oh! We can't use that. Hang on, there's a cougar hunting Riggs now. How many things are hunting Riggs? This is a little... Where is Riggs? This is a... Why are you going all the way up there to harvest a potato? Oh, I see. Okay, there's a little tiny... Okay, don't do it. Just nothing. Nothing goes there. No, just those 2. Don't do any of that. I see the problem here. Riggs, where is the cougar? Okay, can everyone just briefly go into the runaway zone, please? I don't know why. Riggs must be really tasty. Riggs is just, like, delicious to the local wildlife. There. I believe I've solved the problem. And that the cougar is stymied by this. Cougar's like, where did he go? I have no idea what happened. So, back to the church. This is not the right altar for what we need, apparently. So, what do I need? So, that is small altar, free shrine. Yeah? What do you think I need? Hang on. Riggs, show me this again. Cannot work on small altar. Free shrine. Only mankindists, spiritists, and post-Calvinists. Okay, then cancel that. What do you think I need? I've got this stuff. Lectern, the pew. Maybe I don't need anything at all there. Maybe this is my altar. I should get a light ball. Everyone needs a disco ball around here. Stoned mark. Yeah, I got that bit. I don't want to burn all that smoke leaf, though. And the reliquary. Huh. Maybe I don't need that. Maybe that's just not a thing that I need. All right, well, everyone go about your business then. And then we're back to undignified bedroom. Did we make any more stone blocks? Not as such. Not really. 2.0 on Buell. It's Buell 2.0. I think I might just let him sit there. We really should get some murders done, though. Look at that. We only got 14 human meat left. That's not enough. It's not nearly enough. I think we got to go out again. Yeah, let's just plan a team here. So we'll hit up this one first. Yeah, send a caravan to there. All right, and then the murder team. So Marjo, Zash, Riggs, the 2 donkeys. Thank you. And no, don't need anything else there. And then travel supplies. Just go. I know you hate the packaged survival meals, but they last a really, really long time. So you can't have any of that. Okay, off you. I know you're going to tell me you hate the food. I got it. Understood. Look at your ideology to see what you need. Okay. No need to shout. I'm not going to see it anyway. So it's largely irrelevant, really. What do you think I need, game? Rituals, ritual seed, got that. Don't want that, because I don't want to burn all that stuff. Venerated animals. Everyone loves a beret. Everyone's relaxed about berets, which is great. They're just really relaxed. Just, hey, beret, not beret. It's cool. It's all good. Yeah, I got both of these. Okay, that's probably all I need then. No one seems to be fussed. No one's giving me a pop-up of like, hey, we don't have our church thing. So I think we're fine with what we've got right now. This'll do just fine. Okay, we're back to stone blocks, which is good. And then I can get some nicer floors in for Zash or... Zash and Riggs, excuse me. Riggs won't care, but Zash will. No, sorry, other way around. Zash won't care, Riggs will. All right. Is the team off? The team is not quite off yet. I'm just very excited to get some murders done. Oh, thank you, Les. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you coming by. As always, we'll hopefully see you next week. All right. A trader would be nice. I'd be okay if a trader came by. Preferably when it was a resurrector mech serum that I could, resurrect my 13-year-old one-legged girl. She's been dead for 1.1 years. Wow. Wow. I didn't know it had been that long. Chippy has been dead for 1.1 years. That kid has been in the freezer. I don't think I've had anything in my freezer for a year. Well, I probably have. Actually, there's a zucchini that's been sitting in there for a while. Did you see the dire wolf thing? I just kind of looked at headlines and then I kind of ignored it. Because like a bunch of headlines said, we resurrected the dire wolf, and then other headlines said, no, we didn't. So I've just kind of let it fly over my head. I sort of worked on my ability to care about it, and I found that over the course of time, I just didn't have the ability to care about it. It just didn't happen. Like, I initially looked at the headline like, wow, cool, we're totally tampering in nature's domain. Fantastic. When do we create dragon unicorns? And then the more I looked at the headlines, I never read an article, I just looked at the headlines, I'm like, okay, I don't think I really care this much about this. So, that basically. Wait, hang on, goats join. Wait, what? Why do we have goats? Okay, how many goats? That's an exceptional amount of goats. I don't need that many goats. I will take 2 goats. But I don't need this many boy goats. I need 1 boy goat. And then, females to your convenience, basically. Okay, we don't really have anyone who's going to rope them. First things first, show me the female goat, because that's the one I want to get in first. So that's you. Oh, wait a minute, they're already doing a thing out in the wild there, like a bunch of hippies. They're in the runaway zone. Not for long. Don't worry, I'll fix that. There we go. So, Yegor, could you go get that goat? Lon, I don't think you actually do this, do you? Lon, can you get any? No, stop talking about things. All right, go that way. Lon, can you? Okay, there we go. Not assigned to handling. Neither are you. Okay, this is all on Yegor at this point. I'm going to keep 2 of them, M. Because, first of all, the goat is already pregnant. They just showed up, and they just got down and dirty in the wild, in the grass, in the trees, like it's freaking Woodstock over here. Oh, is that plasteel? Neat. We like that. I'm going to get that. So I'm going to keep 2 of them. I'm going to let them rope them all in, and then I'm just going to obviously slaughter 2 of the males, because I don't need 3 males. That's far more. Haven't watched RimWorld much. Can someone describe it? Seems like a fantasy Civ manager. Tori. Where do I begin? Okay, let's do this like a real YouTuber would, instead of one who languishes in mediocrity with a small but dedicated audience. Ultimately, RimWorld is, I will speak like it's right off their Steam page. It's a colony builder, not really a civilization. You're building a colony. Think of it more like a house. You're not building a whole world. You're building one small, tiny part of it. With a storyteller built in. So random events will happen, and it kind of builds a story as it goes along. So Tori. There is your brief description of this. It's a colony builder. It's a fairly familiar genre. Obviously, hang on, there's a cougar hunting Lon again. Except it was Riggs last time. Tori, I'm going to come back to you in a moment after I deal with the cougar who is hunting Lon. Can we just get the cougar some food? Okay, no. Lon, run fast. Okay, we haven't run fast enough. We've not run fast enough. Draft you. And do you even have a weapon? Tori. You see my problem here. Who else is alive? Just everybody come here. Grumpy, none of you people have weapons. You're just like the non-combat. Chibi would have taken care of this. Chibi went up against a bear. Admittedly, she died and had her leg ripped off. Not necessarily in that order. I'm actually not sure of the order. But Chibi would have taken care of this. Chibi would have cougar, I got you. I got your number. Your number is 1. 1 leg. That's what I've got after I faced off against the bear. Are you doing any damage at all to this person? Yes, a bit. Lon has punched you in the ear. Okay, probably Lon, when facing off against a cougar, maybe don't go for the face. That's the bitey bit. Okay, and also stay away from the ends of the legs. That's the scratchy bit. Okay, now Lon, I have experience with cats. I'm a bit of a cat person myself. And there are clear designated zones you want to stay away from. The bitey part and the scratchy part. Okay? Maybe the top of the head. Okay, maybe the top of the head, which is technically where the ears are. You know what, Lon, I take it all back. You were just trying to give Kitty a head rub, weren't you? You were just trying to give Kitty a little bit of a head rub. And Kitty went ballistic and bit your face off. Speaking of which, Lon, how are you doing? Oh yeah, you're gonna die in 9 hours. Okay. Grumpy, where are you? Grumpy's on the other side of the planet. Neat. And Yegor, who can do nothing. Yegor has no ability to deal with that. He's blind. Tori, I hope you're still with us, Tori. Tori, I hope you see in the last couple of minutes there what RimWorld really is. Okay? So ultimately is a colony builder in space. So you have crash landed on a planet. There are many ways to start, but that is the traditional way to start. You've crash landed, and you have to deal with life. You have to build up your home and all of this, and that's what it, that's the kind of thing that's on the Steam page. Okay? This, what you just experienced for the last few minutes, this is what RimWorld really is. Now, good news for you, Tori, I'm a genius in RimWorld. That's pretty much my only specialty. Actually, I have a small niche contracting specialty that I used to do, and I'm okay with that. Hey, it supported me for 20 years. So good news for you is that I'm a genius. In fact, I am so much of a genius in RimWorld that I have surpassed the level of genius and rocketed, some might say, into the realms of geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. So I have driven by genius in the right lane, giving genius the finger, and said I am now in the lane of geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. I am a prophet, if you will, of RimWorld. Needlessly messianic, I know. But this This, Tori, this is RimWorld. A cougar is hunting one of my colonists. Now, that in and of itself is not a big deal. My colonist has decided to give it a big old kitty head rub. And it's going to die in 9 hours, and the only people left to deal with it are people who are largely incapable of fighting. Because, now, Tori, this one you probably don't want any small children around. So the reason that my non-combatants are the ones who are home is that my fighty folk are off on a little mission to visit our neighbors so we can murder them, skin them, butcher them, and then eat them. Oh, and we're also wicked into drugs. That's RimWorld, Tori. That's RimWorld. I think Tori ran too. I think Tori's long gone. But just in case Tori tunes in later, I want Tori to be very, very clear about what RimWorld is. Actually, you just briefly stunned that thing. You know what? It's a bit of a Yegor, come out here. Yeah, come out here. You've actually got a knife, which is stupid because you're blind. No, stop eating lawn. Stop. No. Okay, we can't deal with that now. We've got to stop eating lawn. Stop eating lawn. Don't eat lawn anymore right now. Okay, no, stop. Stop eating lawn. Okay, you're eating lawn's butt. Stop it. Hang on. Cougar revenge. No kidding. Cougar hunting lawn. We're coping with that right now. Oh, Tori's still here. Excellent. Tori, come here. Step into my office. Lawn's crawling away now. I do need to... and by the way, his apparel is tattered now, which he's very, very sad about. He's also going to be dead in 2 hours. Good news for Lawn. If we can get through the cougar issue, Yegor here is going to psychically heal him, which may or may not have him grow tentacles. Tentacles, Tori. Tentacles. It might not. But Lawn could come out of this with tentacles, at least one. We're kind of hoping so, although they're very sad about that. I've got two different issues going on here. Is this cougar going to die at any point in the near future? Please say yes. Can everyone keep knifing the cougar? Just keep punishing the cougar. Oh, Grumpy's down. Grumpy's down. Okay. Yeah, Lawn, go. Go, Lawn. Run. Crawl faster. Okay, hang on. The cougar's down. All right. Forget the cougar. Yegor. Who's going to die first? Probably Lawn. Yeah, Grumpy's got 9 hours. I can do miracles in 9 hours. So, Yegor, first of all, rescue Lawn. All right. Okay. That's going to take him a couple of seconds. Let me just jump over to site number 2 here. Let me just deal with the murder team lunch. Because we're cannibals, Tori. I'm sorry. I don't know if I probably should have led with that one. I really kind of buried the lead on that, didn't I, Tori? I apologize for that. That's on me. We eat people. Yeah, we eat people. In fact, it's our religion. Our religion is based around eating people, hardcore narcotics, and cybernetics. So we really enjoy ripping our own limbs off and replacing them with, say, a toaster or something like that. So the reason, like you're sitting like, oh, the guy's just going out and killing people. It's a regular old, like, action game. No. There's a specific reason that we're going out to murder people. It's because we need to eat them. Now, you're saying to yourself, Tori, gee, if I were a cannibal, probably that would be pretty easy because there's a lot of humans. The problem is, you can't pick up human meat in your local grocery store, right? And you can't grow it. Well, not efficiently anyway. It takes a really, really long time. I could actually theoretically set up something like that, but then we're into war crimes. There's levels I won't go to. And it's also painfully slow. So Tori's at home going, well, gee, Dave, I know you have all the things you need in RimWorld to set up a human farm. And you're right, I do. I have everything I need. RimWorld has provided every device for any atrocity you care to. RimWorld allows me to do whatever the heck I want, Tori. That's why RimWorld is king. Now, people, I can already hear the Dwarf Fortress crowd, okay, calling out to me. Dwarf Fortress did it first. They sure did. RimWorld made it accessible. That's the thing. RimWorld made it accessible to everyone. That's why RimWorld's on top. Okay, and the Dwarf Fortress people can wail and gnash their teeth all they want. But RimWorld made this concept accessible. The fact that I can do literally anything I want. And RimWorld has put the elements in place. So you're saying to yourself at home, Tori, you're saying, I bet with the right technology, I could create a human farm in my basement. And indeed, I could do that. I actually don't have the capacity to make a basement. Levels are not a thing in RimWorld. It's a single plane, if you will. Hang on, Scarissa. Oh my god, you're right. Oh, Scarissa, good shout. Those are Whitla. Okay, Tori. Remember when I said we don't eat people? Or rather, that we do eat people. There are some people we don't eat. These are them. These are Whitla. These are our only friends because we made a conscious choice not to eat them. We basically, it was randomized. It's like, okay, we're not going to eat these guys. Scarissa, well done. Well done. I would have just marched right in and murdered them. Okay, so forget that. We're not sending a caravan. We're just gonna blow this off. Where are we? Exactly. Okay, yeah, we're not doing this anymore. Everybody don't do anything at all. Go back to this. I need to reform. I don't want to send a caravan. I want to reform my caravan. Not really sure how to do that. I want you. How about if I went over here? Send a caravan. No, not that caravan. There's nobody left here. It's just Yegor, and he's blind, and he's got to heal everyone. How do we... Hang on, no, everything... No, stop everything. Just cancel everything. How do I get out of here? I want to eat you, but I kind of don't. Alright, I don't care about the quest. No, we don't care about any of that. No, because it's Whitla, and... what if I just make this go away? Does that make the... No, it doesn't make that go away. Okay, zoom in, sure. Got that. We're not doing anything to these people. We're not doing anything to these people. Your friends accept your human-eating nature, I presume. Well, they're broadly indifferent, Tori. That's a great question. Diplomacy has a place here in the war crimes and the atrocities and my needlessly messianic prophecies for RimWorld. So there's a place for diplomacy. And what they've said is, hey, they're not eating me. And you know what, Tori? If my neighbors came to me, like my next door neighbors, they just walked over and they said, hey, we're cannibals. We eat people. We murder them and butcher them and skin them and eat them. But we're not going to eat you. We promise. I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to be cool and be like, hey, it ain't me. They can eat anyone else they want. I do need to figure out how to get out of here. So, if I just said undraft, can I reform my caravan? I can't. Redraft you. I can't just send you off the map, right? No. I'm a little stuck. How do I get out of here? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to team we can't fight and we're all going to die, and then figure it out. No, I'm not going to abandon that. That's a terrible idea. Actually, it's not a terrible idea. Zoom into here. Thank you. Let's continue with this mess first. So, Zash has left the area and formed a caravan. Did what now? You did what? Oh, the site's gone. Oh, that was easy. No, I don't want to send a caravan. I want this caravan to go over here. Hang on, let's just make sure about that. These are... No. Okay, the green mink combo. Yeah, we can totally take them out. Okay, go get them. All right. We're back. Okay, Grumpy can make his own way there. Yegor, if you could kind of put a little bit of a hustle on. Yeah, as I'm saying, we're wicked into narcotics. We love it. Oh, did I mention Chibi, Tori? Did I mention Chibi? So again, going with the Steam page, it's a colony builder set in space with sort of a Western feel to it too. Think Firefly, okay? That's the kind of environment that you're getting here. That's the Steam page version of RimWorld. Let me give you Dave's version of RimWorld. This is Chibi. Chibi is a one-legged dead 13-year-old girl that we keep in our freezer. She's been there for a year now. She has been in my freezer for 1.2 years. You'll see, I know your eyes, Tori, are immediately drawn to the missing body parts 14%. We're assuming that's the leg. She only has the one leg. See, Chibi, it's been bitten off. Yeah, it's been bitten off there. Left leg bitten off. Chibi decided to go toe-to-toe with a bear, and Chibi lost, as you can see. So there's the Steam page version of RimWorld, and then there's Dave. And Dave has a dead one-legged 13-year-old girl in his freezer, and she's been there for 1.2 years. And you're saying to yourself, gee, Dave, gee, that seems like a human. Don't you want to eat Chibi? Heck no. Death is just one stage of life in RimWorld. It can be improved upon, negated, enhanced. There's all sorts of things I can do with a dead one-legged 13-year-old girl. And dang if that didn't just get me put on a watch list. Oh, the FBI is looking at me now. Yegor, again, a little bit of a hustle. If you could, please, a little bit of a hustle. We're really going to need... Wow, Yegor, seriously, run. Grumpy's actually doing much better. I know there's a medical emergency. We're going to work on that right now. Yegor, just take the first bed. You're going by 4... You have to go for the last bed. The last bed. Okay, I need you to do your unnatural healing on Lon, because that's a thing you can do. Okay, so unnatural healing, please. Okay, what happened? We've done unnatural healing. The blood loss has been healed. No tentacles, though, huh? Oh, you've lost your nose. I don't have a nose lying around. Why does everyone lose their nose in this game? That's the thing, too, Tori. Just get used to stocking up on noses, because people lose noses left and right. So you're no longer in danger of dying. Oh, you've lost an arm. Great. Good. I think I've got one of those kicking around somewhere. And if not, I'll make one. That's actually... So, Tori, you're looking at this game saying, well, goodness, that gentleman has lost his arm to a cougar. That's no good at all. That's unacceptable. No, this is a positive. Because now I can slap something else on there. And because they're transhumanists, they're going to love it. Lon, although unconscious and up until recently bleeding heavily, Lon was begging for a prosthetic. Okay, please rip off my arm. Well, the cougar has done it for me. So let me just, oh wow, that's a lot of blood. Let me just cue this up here. So I'm gonna need a prosthetic arm at some point. Yeah, we have no capacity to do that right now. Grumpy, how are you doing? You are going to be dead in 8 hours. Yegor, you're not actually, despite your unnatural healing, you're not a very good doctor, are you? You know what? You have a base medical competency. So go ahead and tend to Grumpy. And then, are you queued up, by the way, to tend to yourself? No, you should be, though. Because you're going to be dead in 13 hours. And you have asthma. So, and you're blind. So, this is the non-combative team. And you see what happens, Tori. You see what happens. Several members of my team who are vaguely competent have gone off to murder our neighbors. Thankfully, I was stopped before I murdered the people who actually like us. Oh, hang on. I've got to do some murders. I'll be right with you, Tori. I'll be right with you. This should go fairly quick. Don't worry. We are slightly overqualified for this fight. Everybody come down here. And then, no, not that fast. I can't deal with things. Then can we start shooting these people? There we go. Okay, that's one dead. And here comes the other one. Cool. If these guys had some cages, that would be so cool. You have shooting, and we're not doing great with the shooting, so why don't I just teleport you somewhere else? Because that's just fun, honestly. And then burden you so you don't move very fast. Okay, that's problem is solved. Not entirely. You're actually technically still alive in the strictest legal sense of the term, so we're going to have to rectify that by shooting you. No conscience, people. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now, Tori, come back to me here. So you're saying to yourself now, well, great, Dave. You killed a couple of people. Super. Good for you, kid. Where are my donkeys, by the way? They're up there asleep. Dump those corpses on the back of those donkeys that you've got up there and bring them home. Bring them home. Sure. Here's what okay, this is what you're getting in for. Getting into. Or for. You know, whichever you choose. You know what? You do you, Tori. I can't judge. Here's what you're getting into. when you watch this for an extended period of time. Sure, my first thought is to grab the corpses, put them on the back of it. I got the donkeys specifically for corpse hauling, and bring them home. Bring them home. No. One of my own viewers, Tori, one of my own viewers said, Dave, why don't you butcher the corpses on site and just take the meat home? Because the meat weighs much less than a corpse. This is what you're in for, Tori. This is what you're in for. You're going to be sitting at home wondering how you can help a complete stranger who languishes in mediocrity and has a small but dedicated audience. How can I help this man more efficiently bring human meat home? My own viewer did this, Tori. This is what you're in for. I didn't think of it. You guys did. You guys said, hey, butcher him on site. Human meat weighs a lot less than the actual human. So we're going to go ahead and do that, Tori. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to go ahead and do it. We're going to put up a butchering spot there, and then we're going to butcher these people quickly because we would like to get home. There's things going on at home, so we're going to make sure we're not going to butcher any animals. Nope, we're only going to butcher humans. Okay, only going to butcher humans. Zash, if you could get right into that after I undraft you, if you could get right into that, that'd be great. Just dive right into the butchering. Now, these guys didn't happen to have any cages of corpses, did they? No. Bunch of farmers, bunch of weaks. No, that ain't going to happen. And Buzzkill said it's geniusosity. Hashtag geniusosity. It's far beyond the realms of genius. I proved my genius with my last run of RimWorld, where I indeed proved I was in fact a genius by creating, Tori, what has been come to be patented as the infinite zombie generator, aka the Dave Box. Hashtag trademark, copyright the Dave Box. I strongly encourage you to take about a year out of your life and go watch that run. Sorry, if you got work or something, but I would strongly encourage you to watch that from start to finish, because all you're going to do at the end of it is go, my God, he's right, he is a genius. That's what you're going to say to yourself at the end of it. You're going to say, okay, Dave's a very silly man, and at the end of it, you're going to say, wow, he actually is a genius. Hashtag geniusosity. And I'm sure you'll probably say hashtag geniusosity too, because we do. Are we done with the butcherings? Did we get both of them? I'm going to go with a loose yes on that. Nobody here. Nobody over here, right? Okay, not as much meat as I might like. But okay, let's send the team home here. So reform the caravan to come home. Thank you. And then let's make sure that we get all of that human meat in there. Oh, and human leather. Did I mention the berets, Tori? Part of our religion is wearing berets. We love berets. It's part of our religion because a beret is the coolest hat. And we make all of ours out of human leather. In fact, most of our clothes are sewn from human leather because we have so much of it. You see, it's just efficient. We have tons of it. Yeah, well, only 75 human meat. That is not a lot. Boy, I sure would like to have a lot more human meat than that. But send that off. That's fine. And then let's get back to Team I Can't Beat Up a Cougar. Okay, Team I Can't Take Out a Cougar. All right, Chibi would have dealt with that. Again, Tori, Chibi is my dead one-legged 13-year-old girl that I've been keeping in the freezer for a year. That's the sort of thing, you're hearing that out of my mouth, Tori, and you're saying to yourself, well, goodness. That's extreme. This is the sort of phrasing that RimWorld makes you say. Okay, you're going to come out with phrases like this. You're going to say things that you never would say in your life. Most notably would be, I have a dead 13-year-old one-legged girl in my freezer and she's been there for a year. Okay, Tori, I don't know what you do for work. Maybe you're I don't know, a reporter. Okay, I don't know if they have those anymore because newspapers don't exist. So let's say you're the last living reporter, and you go to do an interview with some sort of politician. I don't know, local politics, whatever. And instead of asking like, hey, how about that new tax proposal on Proposition 4.71 or whatever? Instead of that, you said, hello, Mr. or Mrs. Politician. I have a dead one-legged 13-year-old girl in my freezer, and she's been there for a year. Go ahead. See how far that gets you. This is what RimWorld makes you say, okay? I can't write this, all right? And I used to do stuff like this. I used to write stuff like this. I can't make this up, Tori. This is, the game has made me say over and over and over again, I have a dead one-legged 13-year-old girl in my freezer, And she's been there for a year. Because I've got plans for that kid. I've got plans for that kid, okay? Tori, I know, Tori, you're sitting at home, or maybe in your reporter office. I don't know. Maybe you're waiting to go interview someone for the last working newspaper on the planet. And you're like, well, I get why you don't eat them, but, why not just get rid of them? What are you going to do? I have such plans for this child. Once we overcome the, again, somewhat temporary nature of her death. Who's having an... Oh, Yegor's down. Yeah. Somebody want to get up and deal with Yegor? Who can do any doctorizing? You literally can't do it. Oh, Lon, you're actually wicked good at these things, except you're unconscious. Can I draft you? Nope. Yegor, can you deal with yourself? No, you're unconscious and you're going to be dead in 8 hours. Well, you better hope that Lon gets up early. That's all I got to say to you, Lon. Lon, get up early. Because Yegor is dying on the floor in front of you. After unnaturally healing you, I might add. After unnaturally healing you, you've decided to just take a nap. And not return the favor. By healing Yegor. Who has the tattered apparel? Everybody. You know why? Because a cougar ate you. That's why. A cougar ate you. I wonder if the team can get home in 8 hours. Oh, yeah, they're basically home. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Somebody will deal with this. I assure you. Can we eat Yegor? We're still on the fence about that one, Buzzkill. See, the thing is, Tori, Yegor does not believe in our religion. Again, which is, I can't say this enough time, cannibalism, eating other humans, hardcore narcotics, and ripping your limbs off and replacing them with mechanical devices, possibly a toaster. So, Yegor's not into that. And every time Yegor butchers a human, because Yegor does a lot of our cooking, Yegor butchers a human, he's like, oh my god, I'm so sad, I butchered a human being. And honestly, he's a little whiny. We're largely keeping him around for the unnatural healing, which, as we see, worked out really good with Lon. That was actually, we kind of needed that. So now that you guys are back, could somebody get Yegor up and about? And who amongst you does doctorizing? Yeah, Zash can take care of this nonsense. Zash has got this covered. All right, Zash will deal with this. So the caravan is here. That's a little more meat for us. I'm not worried about the tattered apparel. There's plenty of human leather clothing in here. Oh, this is Dee Dee, our lizard, by the way. Can Dee Dee haul? No. Dee Dee can't do anything. Dee Dee does nothing. Except go around and just be Dee Dee. I think Dee Dee's going to go have a nap at the right hand of the throne. Which is, right in the right hand of the throne here. Just where Dee Dee belongs. Perfect. No tentacles for Lon. A distinct absence of tentacles. Yegor does our cooking. Yeah, he's our... So, Tori, Yegor is the one person here who's not a cannibal, and he's the one who does all the butchering and cooking of human flesh. He's a little whiny about it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I like the guy. He's blind, he has asthma, and occasionally he gives people tentacles. He hasn't yet, but we're going to assume that he will at some point. Because we know this from my last RimWorld run, where I can't stress enough, I proved my genius into the realms of geniusosity. Okay, Zash is on the case. Riggs just did some drugs, which is a perfectly sensible response to walking into this. So, again, Tori, a story builder. Think of that. So Riggs went away and did a little project. And by project, I mean killed our neighbors. And then came back. And now when Riggs left... everything was going great. Everything was going fine. Riggs comes back, walks into the hospital. All 3 of the other colonists are down, bleeding profusely, and there's 75 pounds of human flesh on the floor. Riggs' response is to immediately do drugs, which I feel is a very, very acceptable, rational response to what has just happened here. That would be what I'd do if I walked in and three of my friends who I live with, 3 of my roommates, were unconscious and bleeding in a hospital next to a pile of human meat. I'd be like, where are the drugs? I need to do drugs now. So that's really what RimWorld is saying about a story builder. Yes, RimWorld throws random events at you, but many games throw random events at you. That's nothing new. Nothing new at all. What RimWorld is giving you is the story. That you're building a story here. Oh, have I mentioned the torrid love triangle between Zash, Riggs, and Marjo? Tori, you're not even caught up with that. Oh my god, you know nothing around here. Okay, So Zash and Riggs are married, okay? But Zash has got a bit of a thing for Marjo, okay? Oh, P.S. by the way, quick aside on the Marjo thing. Marjo is Chibi's mom, okay? So Chibi got here first. Now, Chibi was not a cannibal when she showed up. She just ate normal food, like potatoes. She did not embrace cannibalism. She had no love for cannibalism, okay? But Zash here quickly convinced her that cannibalism was a really good idea. And Chibi's like, you know what? I would like to eat some people. Okay, cool. And then, out of nowhere, so really, Tori, kidding aside, this is what the kind of thing that RimWorld will do, unintentionally, like as a random event. So Chibi lived here, and then another spaceship crashed, and it was Marjo, Chibi's mom. Chibi's mother crash landed right in front of us. I've actually never had that happen before. That close a family relationship would crash right in front of us. So we obviously rescued her. And then Chibi, who I believe was about 10 or 11 at the time, 10 or 11, convinced her own mother to embrace cannibalism. Think about that, Tori. Think about that. Her own mother just went in and said, hey, Mom, let's eat people. I'm eating people. It's awesome. You should eat people too. And Marjo's like, cool. Like, she embraced it really quickly too. Probably because it was coming from her own daughter, so she probably trusted the source. So back to Riggs, Zash, and Marjo. For a long period of time, Riggs, being the female of the pair here, Riggs liked her dining room more than her husband. So we haven't really addressed needs, Riggs. Tori. So these are their needs. Green is good, red is bad. Okay? That's all you need to know. Higher numbers are better than lower numbers. Except, obviously you don't want a high number. Anyway, long story short. Riggs, I believe, was something along the lines of +4 on her dining room, but only +2 on her husband. She liked her dining room more than her husband. Okay? But now, it's flipped a little bit. She's into Zash now. Okay? She's into Zash. She still likes her human leather pants more. So, just to be clear on that. I want Tori to be super, super clear on this. Riggs likes her pants more than her husband. Okay? But she still kind of likes him. She didn't like him before. She was in negative down there. Now, Zash used to like Riggs. But then he probably found out about the dining room issue. Like, wait a minute. My wife likes my dining room more than she likes me. So now, he doesn't like Riggs anymore. Now, he's into Marjo. But Marjo ain't into Riggs. She keeps rebuffing him. And then that makes Zash sad. I noticed it hasn't happened too recently. Okay, maybe Zash is kind of chilled on that. Maybe Zash is like taking too many rebuffings. But yeah, so Zash is not into Riggs, even though Riggs is into Zash. But Riggs didn't used to be into Zash. Riggs was into Riggs and the dining room. But now that's flipped and Riggs is into Zash. Zash may or may not still be into Marjo, but Marjo ain't into Zash. Escandalo, right? Escandalo. Tori, I think you're broadly caught up. Oh, by the way, we all died a couple of weeks ago, but we've ignored that. We rolled back time. That's just a minor issue. All right, I should probably try and get something done around here. Tattered apparel, no. Can't do anything with that. Who's starving? Like everyone. Cool. Riggs, could you feed literally anyone? Hang on, Marjo. No, Marjo is just taking the meat. Could somebody feed Yegor and then Zash? I do need you to kind of wake up and feed Lon. I don't care if it's disliked food, just feed Lon something. Hang on, coffee. Oh my god, that coffee was ice cold. That's the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth. Okay? And I've had tofu. And also, we can have this knife. All right? We can definitely own that knife. So what have I actually accomplished today? I've killed a bunch of people. That's really it. I haven't actually... I guess the church is done. The church is done. So we have finished off all the elements of the church. And then when people are feeling a little bit better, we may do a conversion ritual on Yegor. See if we can just cheer him up about the whole butchering humans thing. How's the prisoner? Has anyone fed the prisoner recently? We have a prisoner, by the way, Tori. We're basically Mike Tysoning him into loving us right now. And it's going very, very well. So he's embraced cannibalism. Although embrace is a strong term. He's a little wishy-washy on it. He's only like a quarter into cannibalism, but he's into it enough. All right, and he really likes Ash and Riggs. Hang on. Riggs is getting real high. Are you maybe getting a thing for Riggs? Because we don't have time for a love square, I don't think. But yeah, you are... Yeah, 2.0 resistance left. There hasn't been anyone here to work on you. Bye, Em. Thank you. So I'm not surprised nobody's got that down any lower. Okay, that's going to be Buell's bedroom. Everyone is in the hospital. Just a quick wellness check here. Okay, everything basically fine. You're starving, but I can cope with that. That I can make happen. You are basically okay, although your tending was terrible. And then you are basically okay. I got to get a nose for you. I got to get an arm for you. Oh, Lon, where am I going to put all that stuff together? Where am I going to do that? I have no idea. I just can't get a nose. It's not like I got a box of noses. Although I did in the last game. I think I had a box of noses in the last game. And the cougar. We could actually go, eat the cougar. In fact, we should probably go get that. Who's not doing anything important? You're meditating. That's clearly not important. Oh, we're all in the runaway zone. Not for long. There we go. Unrestricted. Riggs, can you go get that for me? Yeah, haul that cougar. Thank you. No progress with Chibi this week. Just no progress with Chibi. Chibi's just still a dead, one-legged 13-year-old girl in my freezer. Been there for 1.2 years now. 1.2 years, Tori. And we're repairing a heater. So life goes on here in the old colony. Life goes on. So, Tori, I hope the last, God knows what I did, 30 minutes there, gives you a very brief introduction into RimWorld. Which, if we're talking about, like, what game would you take to a desert island if you could only have one game for the rest of your natural life, this would be it for me. I would do this because it allows me to do anything I can think of. Anything I can think of, I can probably put together here. And good news, I'm a genius, so I can think of a lot of things. Oh, hang on. Diana's off. Did we ever get the goats, by the way? Marjo, can you just go rope a donkey? Yeah, go rope Diana. And could somebody get donkey number 2, please? No, you're not assigned to handling. Could you just go get donkey number 2, please? Yep. Did we ever deal with the goat issue? I have goats, Tori. I don't know if that came up. It may not have. I don't know where they are. They're around here somewhere. Yeah, I mean, they're broadly around here somewhere. Like, where's goat number 1? Okay, it's getting closer. That's encouraging. It hasn't actually made it to the pen yet, because nobody's gone and roped it. But yeah, it's encouraging. All right, guys, that is probably an excellent place to wrap this up for this week. Tori, I hope I've given you a very brief introduction to what RimWorld is. It is ultimately, Tori, whatever you would like it to be. Okay, and you know what? You could also play this perfectly peacefully, and no one would ever attack you, and you can just have a farm and just eat potatoes all day. Just eat potatoes all day. That's all. You could do that too. You could do that too. Or different idea, different option. Just blue skying here. Just putting some synergy together. You could be me and be a genius. #geniusosity in RimWorld. Do please check back with us next time, Tori. I hope you come back. We do this every week. Well, I do this every week. You just sort of sit here and watch me. And sort of hopefully chuckle every now and then. But guys, let's wrap it up for there. I'm going to let you guys go on with far more important things to do with the rest of your day than this nonsense. Again, Tori, I hope we see you again. Everyone is welcome here, and I can't say this enough times, Tori. I need every single viewer I can get. So, dear God, kid, come back, please. Guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so very, very much for allowing me to do this publicly. I probably should have been stopped years ago. I will see you next week. Thank you so very, very much. Goodbye, and good.